don't know whether we will do those contracts.
Code 3, contract baling. But wait, it's 5,271. Mow the grass, then dry it for tether and bale it.
I don't know if we'll do those contracts, because we don't have a baler. So if we provide our own equipment, we need to provide everything. And because we don't have a baler or a tether or a windrower, I don't think we'll do that.
We need to look at the mower. We need to get the speed. What in the name of Odin's underpants? 22 miles an hour.
What's 102 miles per hour?
22. 22 miles an hour for a mower. That's ridiculous. I ain't going around that speed with a mower.
That's quite fast for a mower.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to have my screen quite zoomed out, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to see properly.
You do need to do something about that screen, since you can't see half the fuel gauge.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is, like, there's quite a bit of grass on the road. I mean, if I can,
I don't know if it'll let you do that. I don't know if it'll let you do that.
Well, because we might not own the land.
Yeah. But you could definitely... Okay. Somehow I got caught on that lamppost. And again. But no, I do not care. You should be able to do up that strip. Well, maybe not that strip, but the strip next to that field full of corn which could be harvested. Which one you using? The 7310?
Yeah. Yeah, stop that there. And that. Yeah, I can only do where I am. The bit I was doing wasn't on our land, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit around our fields
and then gather it up. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, do you have a thing to gather it up with?
Nope. Probably have to use the bucket on the front of the 6R.
When does it get dark in this game anyway?
Well, it's set on real time, so...
Yeah, it's quite wide, 4 meters. Because I mean, even though it's a good thing you don't have crop destruction, because the way I'm doing the mowing is I've got the tractor right at the field edge. So what does that sound like? Is that your phone keep making a sound?
No, if you can hear it. See, last time we streamed, I had the TV turned right down. But the TV's set on 25. Okay then. You go to move out with a pallet, and the pallet shoots off the fork like a missile. That was quite funny.
Yeah, interesting stuff. I'm noticing that even though I've got the mower extended out to the right of me, left of me, sorry. It seems to be where the back wheel is. It seems to be cutting most of that by it. I mean, I would have thought it would have been easier to have a grass, like turn one of our fields into a grass field.
Yeah, I turned the TV down so you don't have to constantly listen to the front loader going up and down.
How's that for an idea? We turn one of our fields into a grass field?
Yeah, I don't think so. Do you want to be mowing? Do you want to be mowing up and down fields with a 4 meter doing that? Nah. Because like I said earlier, I was only thinking of doing barley, wheat, and corn.
I mean, I'd take the job. I'd take over the job myself.
Maybe do a small field, but not the big ones. No chance. No chance on the big fields. Like field 20 could just be turned into a grass field because it's small. Field 28's the one with the corn in it. So field 20 and see what's in field 7. Field 10 could definitely be once that godforsaken sugar beet is ripped out of it.
What can it be?
Field 10 can be a grass field.
Oh yeah. But what I'll do,
but that's a big field.
I'll put it on my to-do list to plough later.
Yeah, it's going to need the big plough, and it's going to need the T9, and it's going to be a big job.
Boss, it's on hand. It's in my list. I'll get it done.
If only we had a couple of extra farm hands, which it wouldn't be too bad playing with a couple of other people. So if anybody wants to join, provided you're willing to do what you're told and you're not going to argue too much. Once a decision's been made, that's it. It's made. You can't change it.
And you've got to have FS19.
Obviously, you'll have to have the Gator and the Mahindra downloaded to actually join. So I don't know if it's like 17 and you need to have the exact same mods to join. I know you got the mods that came out yesterday, didn't you, John? The tractor and the combine.
Yes, I did.
But I never actually got them, so I don't know if it's the same as 17 where the mods need to match the host. Okay, there's a trailer just appeared out of absolutely nowhere.
That's for me to pick up the grass.
No, I'm going to use the bucket. I'm going to use the bucket. Get rid of that. I'm going to use the bucket.
Yeah.
You'll just have to wait till there's a... Unless you want to get another tipper, get a slightly larger tipper, but not one of the huge ones. But I'd have to pull the New Holland off to do the pallets. Well, we could get a wheel loader, I suppose. And I know technically I should have the beacons on and using the indicators while moving back and forth, but what's the time now, John? Our time?
21:59.
21:59. It's pretty much 10 o'clock at night and I can't be asked for anything else, so.
To do what?
To obey the rules of the road. Yeah. I've done it enough. I've done it enough with actual tractor driving. It's a pain in the arse the majority of the time, and doing it on a game as well. No, not gonna happen. Not when I'm tired.
You mean in-game time or
our time? No, our time.
Right,
actual time.
Yeah.
Farm time I can see. Farm time's in my top right corner. That I can see. It's only 17:56.
Yeah, but isn't your screen limited by the...
Nope. I can see everything. I can see the fuel gauge. I can actually see it all better when I'm live streaming than I can when I'm not. I don't, for some reason, when I'm live streaming, it just looks clearer. I don't know if that just brightens up the screen for the player. I don't know.
Okay, well, what size TV do you recommend that I might be able to see this in?
Well, I've got a 20-inch, so you're not going to need much bigger than that.
Well, you know I've said to you before that obviously...
Oh, this pallet is going to have me shouting at it in a minute. Pick the...
There
we go.
You know I said to you before I get annoyed.
Yeah.
Turn it up and do turn it here at my place. I can most likely get a TV for a discount price at where I work. I could probably get one
I wouldn't go
discounted.
for I wouldn't go for a second-hand TV.
These are all pack tested, properly tested.
Yeah, well, I got a small 15-inch down at when I was up at Brecon,
Mm.
and within a month the picture bar had died, and it was just a blue screen every time you turned it on. You still had the sounds and everything from what you were doing, but it would just show a blue screen. It's because the picture bar had died, or whatever they're called these days. The thing that actually shows the picture on the TV,
Oh, okay.
that had died, so couldn't actually see.
Yeah, do you know what's really odd with this? Obviously, you were saying that with the crop, if you don't use crop destruction, I'm going around I've got the tractor into field 21, so I'm mowing around the outside of it. I'm pushing the crop down, but it springs back up again.
Like I said earlier, I'm still getting used to the controls of this one. That they are extremely similar, but not all of them are the same as in 17.
Yeah.
And I haven't actually gotten used to how the tractors drive, because I only plan on using John Deere's and New Hollands with the occasional Case or the occasional Massey.
Yeah, how many tons on this field do you want? Do you want it like quite a few times, or just like how much grass do you need?
Well, the more grass the better, because the horses require hay. The sheep are going to require grass, I imagine. Did you put the sheep in, yeah? Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I did.
sheep require grass or hay and just water. So they're the same as they have been for the last 3-4 games, maybe more.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is just water, grass and hay. They don't require anything else. So sheep are probably the easiest for you to look after, apart from hens, which only require wheat or barley.
Yeah, the easiest thing I find once you've made your first pass on grass, all you do is just drive down the middle of what you've already cut, and then the mower just follows next to you. Because this one you can have to either the left or right side of you, and then it follows closely to quite close to you, but off to one side. So
You don't
put it
want to
this
know
way.
how long it's going to take to make another pig.
How long?
80 hours and 15 minutes of in-game
80
time.
hours.
Yeah, of in-game time. And that's just on top of keeping up to speed on their water, on their potato, their water and their food, as well as their straw.
But
So I need to get
doesn't
the
it?
bale shredder over there as well.
Won't their food speed up their productivity?
I think it's their straw that speeds up their productivity the most.
Hmm.
But the hens are doing well. The cows are doing well. The sheep are still waiting on water and grass.
Oops.
The horses are doing well, and
I'm on grass
yours
right
needs to
now.
be cleaned. But other than that, the horses are doing fine.
Hey, don't pick on my horse.
You need to
It's
go
the one that
clean
you
it. I'm
never
not
do. You
picking
never
on your
pick on
horse.
my
I'm
horse.
picking on you. You need to go clean it.
Well, can't you clean the horse? Or do I have to do it?
It's your horse. It's not my responsibility. Your horse. You take responsibility for it,
You
or
own
else
it.
I'll sell it.
You own it as well.
No, I own my horse, and you own your horse. Same as in when Red Dead Online comes out, and we may or may not do a stream or two on that. GTA Online streams, but I think the amount certain people would get on there.
Yeah, and most likely you get someone who basically is a bit of a knob.
Oh yeah, just a
putting it
bit.
bluntly, and we'll just be going along, and suddenly a missile from a helicopter slams
Or
into one of our bikes.
yeah, or a plane, or just some
Yeah,
asshole on the side of the road with a rocket launcher, just being a twat just because they can.
and he was ghosted as well.
Remember that time
So
where we were holed up underneath the big bridge up by Polito Bay, and those 3 planes were just constantly firing and missing, and I popped out with the heat seeker missile launcher and shot 2 of them down in 1 shot.
Really, I can't remember that.
When you know in Polito Bay by Fort Zancudo, you got that big bridge that goes over the river that leads out into the sea.
Oh yeah.
You remember when we were getting
Even
griefed by those 3 hydras, and I popped out
yeah,
with the
from
heat
both
seeker and
sides,
shot 2 of them down in a single shot. It's quite funny.
but from both sides they couldn't get us though.
No,
Doesn't matter how close
and
came to us,
they
couldn't.
had to fire between 200 and 300 missiles, maybe more.
But because we were underneath the bridge, they couldn't get the lock. They couldn't get the lock on us.
Yeah, if you grief on GTA, you're a fucking pussy. You're a pussy. Only pussies grief, because they're not good enough to do anything else. They can't play the game by themselves, so they jump in a fucking Hydra and they bully everybody else to make themselves feel better.
Can you actually say that on YouTube? What you just said.
Fuck it, I'm going to.
Okay.
Because grief has pissed me right off.
Why do people do that? I just don't understand. I mean, some of the time, you and I have noticed that. Who do they go for? Me. And then what about you?
Yeah, I was on just over a month ago, and there was these 2 level 500s picking on this level 1, so I jumped in my A10 Warthog. I forget what it's called on the game, and I just kept griefing them for griefing him. You know, pick on someone your own size.
There was one guy just picking on what was it?
There were 2 level 500s picking on a level 1. You know, the guys just started online, and they're picking
what were they
on
doing?
him.
Just like flying around him, blowing him up and stuff.
Yeah, they were just spawn camping him. The moment he spawns back in, they would just fire another volley of missiles at him. Or explosive cannon. One of them was using missiles, the other was using the explosive cannon. So I jumped in my A10 and I shot them both down, and then had a dogfight with them for half hour, and I griefed them so much they both quit the game because I kept shooting them down.
Did you get any thanks from the level 1?
No.
Well, that's nice. That's charming, isn't it? You helped the guy and he didn't give you anything back.
What? Yeah, there's certain people in this house that I would quite happily line to a wall. Quite a few, actually, I would quite happily line to a wall.
Has something happened?
I don't give a fuck who's in bed. I ask them to do simple things, and they can't do that. And they wonder why I get so easily wound up with them.
Well, I'm sure I've heard someone in your house once open your door and it's like, what part of keep it down, don't understand.
Yeah, she won't do that again. She got told in no uncertain terms what would happen if she did that again. Trust me.
Yeah, but that is...
It's not my mic, it's a stupid room. The wall is like paper thin. Like, you could punch it and your hand would go through it and you'd be in the next room. That's how thin it is.
And someone's wondering, like, why have you punched through the wall?
Well, I did contemplate putting a certain person through the wall once. I'd like to see some of them actually try and carry out half their threats.
Okay, getting on the film and stuff. What, do you think 3 times around this field is enough?
Or what field do you want?
Field? I'm going around the outside of field number 1. I think 3 times.
Wait, where are you? Oh, you're over there. Oh, you're mowing.
Yeah. Yeah, you asked me to mow, didn't you?
I thought you had got onto the ploughing of field 10.
No, you're able to pick up the grass for me.
I was sick of this earpiece. If my proper headset was working properly, I would take this earpiece, I would open my window and I would throw it out of it. I would load it into a slingshot and I would launch it as far as possible just to see how far I could get it. Yes, I drove down the wrong side of the road soon.
Where do you think this mower can go?
We'll find a home for it. We'll find a home for all of it eventually. We need better placeables. That's what we need in this game, is better placeables and a better placeable system.
No. Placeables are something terrible.
The in-game placeables are the worst I've ever seen out of any of the base game placeables. Out of the last 4 farming sim games I've played,
I think you need
this has the worst.
bucket. Have you got the right thing on there?
I got the pallet forks on there at the moment. I'm picking up the last bag of pig food.
Right, for the moment, as we're not harvesting at the moment, I'll stick the mower in front of the one of the headers.
You could stick it next to the weeder,
Okay.
which is in the shelter to the right of the...
Yeah, I see it. There's a good bit of grass around here as well. Looking at the grass here. By field 19.
Yeah, just in front of the shed, where I quite often leave the 8RT parked up. No, I might go back on GTA Online tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, doesn't one of the tractors go by the weeder?
7R goes in the one... You're using the 7R now, aren't you? It goes in the bay next to it.
Yeah. I haven't asked you. What setting have you got the growth at?
I want to say fast, but I don't actually know.
Button. You often find you sometimes get buttons mixed up.
Sometimes, but when I was playing Red Dead for a week and I went back on Ghost Recon, I found it actually quite hard to change weapons. I kept getting I kept pressing L1, which is the grenade in Ghost Recon if I remember correctly, which is the weapon wheel in Red Dead, and I kept trying to change my weapon with that, which of course in Ghost Recon changing your weapon is triangle.
Yeah.
And I kept trying to do it with L1, and I kept throwing grenades, and when you're playing Ghost mode, it's not good to be lobbing grenades in your general direction.
Yeah. And for you, then, to anyone on who may watch this, does anyone find, if they do play Red Dead Redemption, that the way that you can be wanted for a crime is ridiculous? For example, just riding your horse and you knock someone over, you can be done for attempted murder. I think that is a load of horse. What's it?
Oh yeah, that is a load of crap. You're stupid enough to walk out in front of a horse when it's
yeah, just for
in its right of way. Yeah, if you cross a street and the horses are to walk across the street, where's that trailer you had?
Trailer?
Didn't you get a small tipper?
No, the thing I had was a loading wagon.
Yeah, but I thought we were getting a slightly larger tipper than the ones we've already got.
I didn't forgot about that.
Okay, trailers, let's see.
And how come there's no bigger tractors like the Like the New Holland T9, I thought in 17 they had beepers, didn't they? Or
Mm, I don't recall there being one on main color. Let's go dark green, Michelin. Okay, so is that? That takes it off then, does it?
if you need me, I'll be up at field 10.
There's a tipper for you. I don't require the 6R at the moment if you want to collect the grass.
Okay. I'll just get something parked up for the next job. I'll get that parked up. What but can it be? What's in there? Grass.
Yeah, there's grass in the bucket at the moment.
Yeah, but will the tipper attach to the weight on the back or anything, or can the weight be taken off?
No, keep your weight on there.
But will the trailer attach to the weight? You think?
Should do, it's got a towage pin in it.
Oh, is it, what trailer did you get?
I don't know. Agroliner, I think.
Oh, the agro liner. That may fit, I'm not sure.
If not, then I'll just follow you around with the 7R when I take this one back to where it's supposed to live.
Oh, there's no harm in trying. No, it doesn't. It doesn't fit to the thing. It fits underneath it.
Is it attached, is it?
No, it won't attach to the thing on the weight on the back weight.
So it's not attached to the tractor at all.
No. What it does, if it does attach, it attaches to the thing under the weight.
The drawbar.
Yeah.
Strange.
Which makes the tractor leap in the air like it's been stung by a wasp. I mean, there's the what was it, the forged Schritt, which has got one of those front axle ones. I can lease that for the moment and I'll return it afterward.
See, I don't have the forged Schritt. I don't have it, so I wouldn't be able to play with it.
What, you don't have the forged Schritt?
I don't think so.
It's the second one on trailers. No, I'll take the
Hang on.
the HKD 302 instead.
Oh, that trailer. Yeah, I got that trailer. No. No, not a double axle. No, not after earlier's fiasco with double axle trailers.
No, Dove, I'll tow it behind the weight on the weight, and then.
What are the sheep still waiting for? They're still waiting to be watered and fed.
Right. I could lease this the HKD 302. Or do you want it bought?
Let me just take this bale shredder to the pigs because they need straw.
Have you got enough bales?
Well, at least that's one positive I can actually say about this game. is the bale buy-ins. That is really helpful, especially if you're doing a more of an animal husbandry based farm rather than planting and making all the food yourself. A lot of people do it that way, whereas most farms are not big enough or have the money to do that.
Yeah. Got a rather awful joke for you.
Not right now.
No, would you call a Welsh footballer in a farm?
Don't know.
Gareth Bale.
That's pretty good. I'll give you that one. That one was pretty good. Gareth Bale. That was pretty good. I'll give you that one.
We gotta look after the cows. We don't want them in a bad mood.
Now they're just getting worse. Right, pigs are 100%, they're all happy. I don't know why the hens are only at 99, I don't really care either.
I don't know how I can go from good to bad, it's just like, I don't know.
They still need hay and silage. They still need water and grass.
For me, my horse says it's fine. Unless it hasn't rendered properly.
Oh, do you trust the Giants servers? Because I don't.
No.
That being said, I don't trust the servers of most games when it comes to the multiplayer aspect. I didn't trust GTA. Didn't trust GTAs as far as I could throw it. I think the only one I do trust, if you can call it trusting it, is Ghost Recon's.
Well, unless you get people that we won't mention who don't do as they're told.
No, when you're playing Ghost Recon with me, if you don't do what you're told, you can go and do one. Because when you're playing Ghost mode, you have to work as a team, and if you can't work as a team, if you can't fit in, then you can fuck off. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It is quite simple. Fit in or fuck off.
I did that.
So that's their water done. Let's push a silage bale onto there and see what it does.
I just realised I got the engine running whilst I'm waiting for you to come with the trailer. I was like, what am I wasting fuel for?
Now, I did take a silage bale from here earlier.
Wonder.
The cattle yard. It wasn't long after it took it that it had its crash. Maybe it's over in the food truck. There it goes.
Actually, on multiplayer, how often does it save it?
Autosave is turned off because right, so it's by the truck.
Yeah, but you want to make sure you save it every so often so it doesn't, in case it does
I always save at the end of the thing.
But you want to make sure it doesn't crash though.
If it crashes, I really don't care at this point. I'll just go and do everything we've already done. Tomorrow, probably. Though I probably will be on Red Dead tomorrow and have a break from this. Yeah, I've played this solid, straight for 2 days now.
Is the data about? I might use that if we want a trailer.
Gate is up here. It'll probably, yeah, no, well, down the shop. The bigger one that I got here.
I think I might have sold that, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I did. Sold it.
The agroliner one.
Yeah.
You sold my agroliner.
Sorry, I didn't realise I actually had the ability to sell it. Whoopsie.
Got the agroliner because it had a fixed drawbar.
Oh yeah, you were gonna follow around, weren't you?
Right, this horse. I'll clean the horse first. And it just looks at me like, what the hell are you doing?
No, what tyre do you want on it?
Michelin.
White, Michelin, colour, or white?
White.
White or colour?
And this is why I was talking about the jump.
Where did you start picking up the grass from?
By the cattle shed. Not shed, but that area down there. It was along that row somewhere.
I didn't cut any of it there though.
Didn't you cut the strip on our side of field 21?
Yeah, I did. Then did you pick it up from there then? Pick up a bit
Where are you?
there.
You're down there.
Yeah, I thought you picked up a bit from here somewhere.
No, other side.
Yeah, what I'll do, I'll leave you to get a sewing sewer, the sewing thing you want.
I'll do that probably at a later date.
But then we want to plant the field with grass.
Nice, you just wrap that tractor around that tree.
I'll have it looked at afterward.
I'll go pick up the agroliner. Stay there because that bucket is filled with grass.
I'm going there.
What we need is that, you know, the snow plow from 17. We need something like that can go on the front link and then just thrown over into a trailer or thrown behind into a trailer.
Unfortunately, I don't have it.
It is actually pulling it. Slowly but surely the gator is pulling it.
No, really?
Yeah.
And stuff. Have you seen that? Have you seen this new coon windrower?
It's not new, it's the one from the coon pack from 17.
Yeah, but that wasn't that one. I'm pretty sure I never saw that in 17.
It was, but all the coon stuff in here is from the coon pack from 17.
Yeah, but I didn't see this one, the SR314.
All of the coon stuff in here is from 17's coon pack.
Don't we want to roll this up into one single row, or just pick it up as it is?
Pick it up as it is.
And also, you can carry extra grass, so I can put it into David's thing. Holy, so kidding me. Steady. Yeah, there you go, and tip. It actually has a sound effect as well when you're pouring the grass out.
Yeah, I know.
And as well, yeah, you flatten the bushes here.
They're good. They're good.
Yeah, I know I've turned the
We need
lights on,
hay
but
and
it's actually
silage.
dark.
They need food. They're both good. So they need food. They need silage.
Sheep need food.
Yeah. I'll just get a couple of hay bales for them. There it is.
This bucket only carries 939.
Yeah. I think we'll finish feeding the animals and call it a night.
Okay.
Because I want to go on Red Dead before I go to bed.
Okay. Have you seen some of the seeders in here? Some old ones.
Nope. I don't bother looking at equipment I'm never going to use. I've got all of the DLC for 17 and I haven't used even half of it. I can count on one hand the amount of times I have used the T7 Blue Power. I've used it about 3 times, maybe 4. 3 that I've actually owned it, and maybe a 4th when I've joined somebody else.
Yeah, and I'm spiking slightly as well, so.
Right,
It's really weird that you get sound effects in for when they're ripping out grass.
go 8 hay. Apparently you can change the okay, you can change the wrap colour.
You can.
Yeah, for the bales. Yes, I'm gonna spike it with the forks. No, I do not care. It's gonna get used anyway.
Is this for people that might be like, he's spiking a bale with a...
Yeah, he's spiking a wrap bale. Why is he spiking a wrap bale? Why is he not using a wrap bale handler? Because A, it's a waste of time, and B, it doesn't matter in the game. In the game it doesn't, and in reality, you'd use a thing called a bale, not a bale patch, a wrap patch, which is pretty much a massive sticker that you use to cover the spike holes.
Well, and
And quite often when you're baling and you're wrapping, you'll see that on the older tractors where the control levers for front loaders are on the front, they'll have a roll, sometimes 2 rolls of wrap stickers.
Oh, didn't Sean have those?
Yeah, he did. He had one permanently in the case on the levers, and then he had a completely full one down in the door panel box on the right hand side on the right door of the case. There were
Didn't
two
you also
rolls
have
in the
a
case. There was one in the toolbox of the Leyland, and there was none on the Massey.
I never saw one in there.
It's because you never went in the toolbox.
Also, didn't you have a pair of Gwen's socks as well?
No, but Gwen put a sock on the one lever so that you could tell the difference between the levers. Because back in the day, they never used to be marked as up or down. It was one would go up, one would go down, and one would angle the implement.
I thought it was because that sock came off or something, and it just you picked it up and put it on there for
No, it was for marking the up and down lever. If I remember the levers on that. It's been a while since I've driven the case. Not that I would probably drive it now anyway.
no, not the way it's treated.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if it was in poor condition. You know, they're a bunch of cowboys when it comes to their equipment. And I can't wait to see the look on their face when it does eventually just give up and say no, not happening.
But they just do a Jeremy Clarkson where they bodge it. They just do a top gear repair. Just bodge it, and that's good.
Yeah, I said from day one when we first got the Leyland that tractor needs an overhaul. It's gonna fail when you need it, and every year I've been proven right, because every year it fails on something. Something goes on it. The fuel filter went last year, well, this year. The gearbox went the year before.
And I've been using that tractor. I can't believe I've been using something that's been.
That tractor is dangerous because the brakes are gonna go. The first year we got it, I told them that something's going to happen with the brakes. It'll be fine, nothing will happen. A month later, the handbrake goes. And it had to be parked up overnight in gear with chocks under the wheels.
Is it? I don't remember that.
Because you weren't in college. You were off doing whatever it is you were doing. I think you were kicking off and refusing to go in. Something along those lines.
I'm not doing something else. I might be doing horse riding or something then.
You might have been. No, I think when that happened, I think you were kicking off because you couldn't do whatever it is that you wanted to do. And you kicked off about it, so you refused to to go in. Something along those lines. You were doing something. You weren't there when the the handbrake went.
Well, and also at college, I did have one time when I was seriously ill.
Nowhere near as ill as me.
No, so you just had days where you couldn't be fucked to go in.
No, I had days when I couldn't physically get out of bed, let alone actually go in and do any farming.
Yeah, but I thought you were probably more healthy than I was.
No.
I smoked half the time.
You know, you smoked half the time, right?
And you being more healthy than me, you went in less than I did.
Jen, I'm not healthier than you. I don't eat, do I? I don't eat meals. I don't sit down. I couldn't tell you the last time I actually sat down and had a meal.
Really?
I suppose the last meal you could say, if you'd count it as a meal, was the KFC yesterday night.
Well, I can't remember what I had to eat. What I had to eat last week. Although actually, also I haven't been actually eating properly. I haven't been eating properly in the evening because of both last night and this night when I came. Well, since I did the live stream last time, well, the last one for 17 and the one for this and playing yesterday, I actually haven't eaten properly in the evening.
So it's keeping
Only
you
half.
awake is what you're saying, and then you're not eating properly and you're just snacking all the time. See, I snack all the time. Even when I could have a meal, I choose to snack rather than sit down and have a meal. I don't know if that's because I've just done it
I
for
just
so
gonna have
long.
to, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna die anyway. I'm gonna die my way. Well, at least
When the CB,
it's not as bad as when we were doing that ploughing yesterday. I field 5 on
oh my
Ravenport.
god.
I won't be going to Ravenport anytime soon to do any ploughing, that's for sure.
And even we had we had the John Deere, didn't we? And it was
Yeah,
big
we
plough. He was like,
had the John Deere
"Ooh, blah, blah."
6R and hired out a T6 Blue Power, I think it was,
Yeah, my god,
to
that was heavy.
help plough out that field. It took us only like 2 hours to plough that field, and that field isn't, compared to field 8 on there, that field is not actually that big
I don't know.
compared to field 8, but it was a big field. But if you compare it, I think it was field 50 or either field 50 or field 16, I never remember which, on Oak Field. Now, that was a big field.
On what one?
On Oak
Oakfield.
Field, yeah, that was a big field. That is the definition of a big field.
What size was the field?
Huge. I think when Mr. CVP was doing it in his Let's Play on Oakfield, it took him something like 3 hours of 3 hours real time to cultivate it, and
3 hours.
something like 5.5 to 6 to harvest it.
You must have done it like you must have fast time. Did you time lapse it or anything?
He showed bits and pieces of it, but the majority, no, he didn't show getting worked on.
No, oh god. So,
I'm trying to get as many of these bales on that trailer as possible, and I don't think it's gonna work somehow.
hey stuff. I didn't. Did you? Have you set something different that when you get out of the tractor the engine shuts off?
No. You must have automatic engine start and shut off on instead of manual, which is what I usually have.
Oh, I can set that.
Yeah,
Yeah, myself.
you can set the settings how you want them. If you want automatic engine starting off, you can have that. If you want euros instead of pounds or dollars, you can have that. If you want to have the thing in miles instead of kilometers, you can set that. You can customize the settings to however you want in the multiplayer.
No, I can't actually.
You should be able
It
to.
doesn't say automatic engine shut off here.
Yeah, automatic engine start is off.
Yeah, it must have been. It must have been something that.
You might have just been holding R1 when you pressed square to get out, and that's probably why it shut it off.
No, this is just pressing exit. Weird.
Were you holding R1 when you pressed exit?
Yes, I was.
That'll be why it shut the tractor off then.
Yeah, 'cause I've just tried it without it, and the beacons are still running. So I must have had it just lightly
I do
pressed.
like the fact that the beacons switch off when you turn the engine off, but it is kind of stupid that the radio plays without the engine on, but the beacons and the lights won't come on when beacons and lights can operate off the battery alone.
Yeah, 'cause it depends on what you're doing. The
Because a certain
automatic.
person that we both know left the beacon on the Leyland and run the battery down, and the next day when they needed it for haymaking, it wouldn't turn on. It wouldn't. They had to take the battery, put that on charge, take the battery out the case, put the battery from the case in there just to get it to turn on, and then
Shouldn't they have jump started it?
couldn't get the case in to jump start it. That was the problem.
Yeah, but wasn't the smaller, wasn't the Massey in at the same time?
Massey had a different size battery. The Massey wouldn't have jump started the Leyland. You'd think, given the fact that the Leyland had a... That's a car. The Leyland had a Massey 135 engine in it, that the Massey 35X could have jump started it, but it couldn't.
Yeah, because you know that white-haired, slightly smelly, nicotine-stained fingered support worker we had in the farm.
No, and right now I really don't care to try and remember.
Went by the surname of Skippins.
Oh, him. Yeah.
First, we will not encourage the first name because.
Because privacy.
Yeah, he and I knew he was using the massive
And
Ferguson.
the tower and the tractor just goes down. Is it going to flip back up? No,
He was
it's
using
not.
the massive Ferguson, and I was using the Leyland.
I need you over here to flip this stupid trailer back up.
Where are you?
Cattle. Entrance way.
Yeah, I hear you. International rescuers here. What happened?
Took the corner and this thing just went over.
Are the bells strapped down?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep.
What I try and do, flip the tractor up first.
Yeah, flip the tractor. If you flip the tractor up, it should flip the trailer with it.
Yeah. That should do it.
If I detach the trailer...
I thought you said the trailers, the bells were attached.
They are attached.
You sure?
Them orange things sticking off of them, that's the cables. And that's it, keep doing that. Yeah, keep doing that, keep doing that. There we go. No, no. No, that's not working because you're now riding up on the You need to flip the wait, jump out.
Hang on, I know what I'm doing now. What I've got to do is, as I raise up the front loader, I've got to drive forward, have I?
Yeah.
And
Because
let me get position.
you gotta push it as well as lift it.
Yeah, let me get position and wait for my internet to level a bit.
But don't try to lift it on just those bales, because that won't work. You gotta get under them. You gotta get yeah, that's it. That's where you need to be.
Stuff, 2 bales are falling off. You said they were connected.
I've got all the bales on for me.
Well, 2 are lying on the ground.
No, they're not.
Must be a...
It's got to be a visual thing. It must be a visual glitch because I've
You moron.
got the 3 rat bales on the top, and then I've got the 4 hay bales, or the 8 hay bales, I should say.
Oh, brilliant. Just when I go and help you up, I manage to turn myself over.
Do you need a hand?
No, I've got it.
Oh, nice.
What I did was just twist and turn the steering wheel whilst turning the wheels.
Yes.
Apparently that does something. It rocks it.
See, people will be laughing at that, but I really don't give a flying monkeys if you think that was funny or not. Everybody's done that. Everybody's taken corners where the whole thing has gone over. Funny enough, though, we did that in the last stream as well. Only when there's bales involved does things like that happen. They require a lot of silage. Jesus, there's only 5 of them. They shouldn't require that much silage.
Oh, there's only 5. How many cows are there? 5.
Yeah, you shouldn't require that much silage. That's the 3rd silage bale I put in there.
I thought we got more than that, didn't we?
No, we got 5. You're thinking of sheep, which there are 10 of. I can't be bothered anymore. I think I might just end it here, you know.
Well, let me know before you end it, because obviously you say goodbye and I'll probably do it well. Moron! Look where you're driving. Damn AI. Look where they're going.
No, I noticed they don't seem to look where they're going until you're sitting in front of them, and then they beep their horn at you.
And if this internet would behave itself, I wouldn't be crashing into things.
still more silage bales for that. Those
Really?
cattle are greedy. That's what they are. They're not getting any more. They're greedy. It's about time they made something for us before we give them anything else.
Yeah, cows.
Yeah, do
What have
something
you got for
useful so that so that we have a reason to reward you with more silage.
Well, this is a Dov. I know you said that that Coon windrower said it's been on there before. I swear
Yeah.
I've never seen it because
Because you don't look at half of the crap that goes in the packs. You just buy them and then don't use it. But it is in
well,
there.
this windrower
They added half
doesn't use.
of the Big Bud pack. The only thing they didn't add from that was the Big Buds themselves.
No, but this one it doesn't. Most windrowers they require power takeoff, don't they?
Oh, well, who cares about the bloody windrowers? Because I
As long
should,
as
but
you,
at this time of night, do not give a toss about the windrowers.
I'm just using one for a bit so it makes it a bit easier to pick up this stuff and it just puts it up into one row in one go. So I don't have to be trying to pick up 3 different rows. I've only leased it, I haven't bought it, so I'll just return it when I'm finished.
Right.
I think I know what one of these is it. What it is, and I think the things on it bounce across the ground as they roll along. That's how they work.
What, like a camper on the rail? Go around vibrating the ballast so it all compacts and doesn't go flying up into things.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure on that. I think so.
Those cattle are greedy as fuck. They remind me of a certain ex-student. You'd know him. Constantly trying to dictate and control everyone else, and thought he was king of the castle until I came along and then quickly shut up.
Is he large to me? What is he? I remember.
He was covered in head to toe in tattoos.
Oh, him, yeah.
I believe you had the pleasure of living with him for a while, if I'm not mistaken, and then...
That didn't last long. I was literally, he was frightening the hell out of me.
He wasn't the nicest, let's be honest.
Well, I lived in my cigar with him for a bit, and you know the sofa right by the door, by the stairs.
As you go through the door, you go through the door on the left into the living room, and then you got the 2 or 3 seater sofa there to the right of the door. Yeah.
I'd be sitting there just like watching TV, and then suddenly bang, he's there. He's right next to you. He just suddenly appears through that door without saying anything. And it was getting to the point where it was actually scaring the life out of me.
That's why you went down to thingies, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went back to the main garage because I couldn't do it.
And then obviously Gary wound up another student who ended up socking him in the face, and he did deserve it.
You do realise that Gary was doing his job.
Gary wasn't with him. Gary wasn't supposed to be doing anything with him. Wasn't supposed to be antagonizing him for a start.
Well, as far as I know, you didn't do much help, did you?
Gary wound him up, and Gary got bit for it. Well, didn't get bit. He got it in the face, but Gary wound him up, and he turned around and he hit him. No, if you're dumb enough to antagonize someone constantly, which is all he did, all that night, the only thing he was trying to do was wind him up. So the fact that he did turn around and sock him one, he should count himself lucky that he turned around and he only got socked once, because he could have quite easily started and not stopped.
Well, support workers aren't there as well. It's not. I know it's not exactly their job to wind us up, is it?
No, but he wasn't supposed to be doing anything with him. Yeah. He wasn't with him. He shouldn't have been anywhere near him. He should not. Definitely should not have been winding him up.
What, was there 2 support workers on that day?
Yeah.
Then?
Yeah, there were 2 of them on. Gary was supposed to be working with me, and he wasn't. He was winding a certain person up. A certain person couldn't take it anymore, and a certain person ended up snapping and hitting him.
Well, I can actually understand that, because I've done that. That's how I lost my job at the National Trust.
Well, yeah, you've been there when someone's constantly in your face.
Yeah,
and they're just constantly doing everything they can. And
yeah, we're digging a hole for a post.
Yeah, well, I won't be doing much fencing if I get the job at Amelia Trust, because when you've hammered in just under 1,000 staples into over what feels like 100 miles of fence posts, nah, you give up after a while, and you can't feel anything, and
yeah, and to be honest,
you're soaked through, and even if you are wearing waterproofs, it's not a very nice feeling when fencing.
And at the time of this assault, I could have just blindly hit the bloke, but I did the decent thing and said, I said to him, like, he was ginger, so the ginger, I said to him, right, listen a minute, done. God, I swear this was not on 17.
Yes, it was.
What do you think what do you think's happening to where the grass is being picked up? Is that like disc vines almost?
Yeah, I would say it's a disc vine, either a disc vine or a type of time harrow.
Yeah, because each one's pushing it onto the next one, isn't it?
Yeah. And those are definitely times coming off those discs, so it could be like a disc time, if such a thing exists.
I don't know, could it? Make it.
Wheat.
Don't miss any. I'm trying not to miss any, because I'm trying to make it. I've managed to get most of it into. I mean, that's why the lights are on, because even though it's still, well, it's 1900 in the day, I'm finding it very hard to actually see where I'm going. Yeah, because it's so quite dark.
That actually looks quite cool with all the lights on, including the beacons flashing.
No, not that. I'm going to go and take this back down to the shop.
That's it all harrowed into one, not harrowed, but windrowed into one swath, is it?
Yeah.
I should make collection easier, but we're going to do that tomorrow because I need to get off.
No, don't.
Because I'm like falling asleep. I've been up since
Yep.
7.
Yeah, I'll make it that easy. Cool. Yeah, we do. No, that is what to do. I've got an alarm anyway, but most likely I always miss it. What? Yeah, do you ended the stream yet?
No. Oh yeah. Just putting the gator away.
I'll bring this tractor back up and put it back where it goes there. There's a sale point. We've still got a couple of bales down here.
Yeah, I know, they need to be collected, but I'll do that tomorrow.
So when you're doing farm jobs, why don't you wait till I'm on in the evening? And stuff can get done quick. Stuff will get done quicker then, instead of doing it, well, you doing it on your own during the day.
Where are you, John?
Coming up from the shop now.
Road.
Did I pick up this trailer?
No, I can stay over there.
No, I can feel a rumble in my tumbler. Ain't good.
What one's that? The 710? Or the 7310?
Yeah. Goes here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Back a bit or forward?
It's fine.
Oh, look who it is.
I am calling this dog Spud, because it looks like a spud.
Yeah, it's a good boy. You can pet it as well.
Can you get it to follow you, or is it only going to follow me?
I don't know. Which it sits. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get it to
Isn't it?
follow you.
But can you get it to go into vehicles though? That's the thing.
No, it doesn't.
Or-
It just sits there.
Because the weird thing about it is it you sent it home, have you?
Yeah. And
Go on, go.
okay, it just disappeared into thin air. Into thin air.
Oh, I left something somewhere. I've left a tractor somewhere. Yeah.
Where did you leave the tractor? Okay, so the dog has disappeared. I don't know where the dog's gone.
This tractor. So what's that one doing over by the maintenance shed?
Because I put it there earlier and I haven't moved it since.
Yeah. Right, where's this going? The end, back there, is it?
It goes to the right of the plough, so it'll be on the end bay, left side.
Oh, yeah.
the first cover.
Yeah.
Drop the weight to take the weight off the link arms.
I know.
See, you'll get people who ask, why do you always lower the weights? Because it puts too much stress on the link arms when the tractor isn't on. And over time it'll actually pull link arms down, which
It's got a nice shutting off time as well, doesn't it?
eventually, when that happens, when a weight pulls the link arms down, the link arms eventually just drop and you have to get a new set of 3-point links, and they are expensive. Because it's not just these links, you gotta go internal as well to connect them all up to the levers and things. But the dog hasn't. The dog disappeared. I haven't seen the dog since.
You can apparently feed him.
Yep. I thought that would make it reappear, but it didn't.
Where is he?
It disappeared somewhere by here. It disappeared.
Because you go near its thing and you would have thought it. You go to it and it says, "Cool dog" or something. Whoa! Oh, small house.
It'll probably be there when we load back into the game. If not, we'll just sell it and rebuy the house and bring it back. Don't throw the tennis ball.
Oh, I was going to throw it at you then.
If that thing goes missing, the dog will not be happy, and then we'll have to spend ages looking for it.
Where would you find it? That's the thing. Where you throw it?
Wherever somebody stupid throws it.
Hey, I do not need a wash. Thank you.
It won't actually let me put it away. There we go.
Give me that.
At least I can actually see it in your hand this time. In 17, I don't think you could see it.
Yeah. All clean? Lovely.
Right, so I think I'm going to end it here.
Okay.
Let's see what the maintenance... The maintenance is pretty good. I mean, we haven't used the 8400R today, really.
No,
The main ones that we've been using is the 6R, which is there, the 73 10R, which is there. We did use the 8370 RT over there, but that was for less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The truck, I would say in total, maybe 10 minutes in total for the truck. Tops.
Yep.
And the tractors then over at the animal yard. But on the whole, we've not actually used the 8400i much.
I got a problem.
What's that?
It appears that Facebook's down.
Oh, great.
No story. On mine it says no stories to show. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Right, so I'm going to end it here.
Right.
But you know what else we haven't put away?
Oh, the 9 R's to that as well.
No.
G9.
Look behind you. Look behind you.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, that can stay there. I can't be asked to power up a tractor for all of 5 minutes to put that away.
Yeah.